Yo, what is up, guys? Coming at you with a trade recap from yesterday, actually. Forgot to do it yesterday, but can't miss a single day. Always gonna hit you with that trade recap. But it was actually a bad day yesterday. We I entered into a trade at first, and then I realized I low-key just was not paying attention. I realized that we were inside of a 5 minute gap, so then I just immediately exited out. It was like $50 loss maybe. So essentially break even. Um, but just not paying enough attention, just bad, bad focus and that stuff. So definitely something to improve. Been journaling it. But then the bad one was the second one. Let me actually pull this up. The second one, I entered in and I low-key, like, I'm talking to one of my boys and I'm like, yo, what do you think of this trade? And I was in this 4 minute long, and he's like, low-key, I don't like it. And the more I looked at it, I didn't really like it either. I'm like, low-key, I'm not liking this anymore. So I end up exiting it out. I thought it was for about a half risk size. So like I think I was probably risking about 1,000 or 1,500. I actually don't remember. But the point is, I end up getting out for an $800 loss, and the trade ends up playing out, which is absolutely brutal, like tragic. But definitely something to learn from. Will not be doing that in the future. Definitely learned my lesson and something to improve on. So honestly, not mad at it. Everything is a learning opportunity. But let's go ahead and get into it with the analysis and stuff. So, going into the morning, I was looking at this 4 hour gap, I think was what I was looking at, because I don't think it was mitigated yet. Yeah, this 4 hour gap. And yeah, it was also a 1 hour intermediate low. So actually, you know what? We already hit it, but I was looking for a resweep, I believe, or this 1 hour. Yeah. Now I remember. So that's what ends up happening. I was also fine with a resweep and then looking for shorts, but I definitely preferred taking longs. So this is how it ends up playing out. Oh, so we also formed a 30 minute up here, and we never ended up hitting it. So that's why there was no short opportunities in my eyes, and it was a great draw on liquidity that we end up hitting. So price opens up bearish. We tap nothing. I'm not sure if there was an SMT. So, oh, there was no SMT. So, yep. And then we sweep it out. And we get this long. This is where I originally entered. Actually, was there 2 minutes? No, just 1 minute. Yep. So this is where I originally entered, but I wasn't paying attention at this point. Like, I low-key got distracted. And so this was the trade I should have taken. And I enter in, like, right here. So I low-key get a nice entry, because I'm probably entered, like, here. But we hit the 5 minute on this candle. There's a 5 minute here. So if I had entered correctly, then it would have been just break even. Now, the one thing is, I believe there's like some weird stuff where it like hit the 5 minute and then immediately shot down. Like, it would have still been like $100 loss because it's hard to go break even in 5 seconds, you know? But that would have been the first trade, and then I would have been done for the day. But what ends up happening is I just immediately exit. I don't count it towards my one trade of the day because I just was in it for like 10 seconds. But then I see this as a resweep at the time, and then we inverse the 4 minute, which was right here. Now, there's a 110 point stop loss, which is actually absurd, but I still liked the trade idea. Because we resweep the 4 hour and 1 hour gap, and I mean, you can technically call this like a order block. I don't really trade order blocks, so, you know, whatever. But when I see this, then it low-key, like, we're low-key in bearish price action, and we've hit this gap 3 times, and the first 2 times didn't deliver. So when I'm in the trade, I low-key get very nervous, especially with us going down like this. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like accept this loss. I think it was about here. I just accept the loss and was like, okay, rather than losing 1,500, or 1,200, I'll just like take a $500 loss and preserve my capital. But I end up getting out about here, which sucks because I ended up losing like 800, and it would have played out eventually, which is really tragic. Very slow trade. But, you know, it would have played out. So that's very tragic. But that being said, was a good lesson learned. And what I'm going to start doing is like having my trading rules, like my list of rules, just like either written on the charts, like with a little text box, or like having it on my desk. And low-key, I think that could be good for the psychology, just executing to the best of my ability. And, you know, if I execute good, then the statistics should be in my favor, and I should have better success. So that's my sauce for the day. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. And peace. Have a great day. I appreciate you guys for watching. Have a good one.